How's it going, everyone? Welcome to the Pan Geekery Podcast, a weekly live video podcast celebrating all things geek from an all-diverse perspective. And what we do is we talk about video games, comic books, TV, movies, all the things, covering all the nooks and crannies of fandom. My name is Earl Balon. I am an actor, improviser based in Los Angeles, California. And if I had a lightsaber, my color would be purple, like Mace Windu.
Ooh.
Okay.
Hi, everybody. I'm Jennifer Zhang. I'm an actor, writer, gamer, and artist. And if I had a lightsaber, I think it would be pink. Like no. Like
hey
a
guys,
ranger in space. Sorry.
Oh no, it's fine. My name is Sith Lord Caitlin, and I'm an actor, a singer, a writer, and director. And if I had a lightsaber, it would be, I don't know, maybe a mint green.
Mint?
Do they come in mint green?
Like a sea foam or like a
mint green. How's that?
Mint green. For that squeaky clean feeling. When
Yeah, exactly.
Hey guys, I'm Walter. I'm a veteran editor and just all around Marvel geek. And if I had a lightsaber, it would be that's a tough choice, man.
It is. Thought about it for many years.
Pick a color, Walter.
Cherry red.
Cherry red.
Cherry red.
Cherry red.
So not like Sith red, cherry red.
Cherry red. Cute. I can get down with that.
I don't know what the difference would be.
It's like it'll match
for all intents and purposes. Yeah.
It matches my imaginary Porsche.
Right.
What do you call those? Remember those candies that like it's like a stick and you roll it up and it's a hard candy. And you suck on it. Push pop.
Push pop?
Yeah. When you said a cherry. Sorry,
Cherry
I don't know. Cherry red reminded me of a push pop. And you can like lick it. Yeah.
Okay.
Sounds really yummy. Like a cherry red. Yeah. Push pop.
Or a lipstick. Yeah.
Lipstick.
Yeah.
Well, welcome everybody to our special May the 4th edition of Pan Geekery. Today is Star Wars Day, and as you can see, we're all kind of Star Wars themed. Yay.
Yay.
My KOTOR saber here.
Nice.
But yeah, we've got a lot of things going on today. We have a special guest, Kat McGuire. She'll be on in a little bit from Strength in Gaming. But I just want to drop a line to everybody in the chat. Thank you for being here. Y'all are the best. Do ask some questions. We will get to them as soon as we can. Also, if you feel like supporting us, there's all those links down there. I'm not going to call out each one, but yeah, if the spirit so moves you, do it. As you can see, we are all social distance like a motherfucker. But today we are going to be talking about a few things. First of all, our new streaming schedule that is pretty much solidified. So check it out on our Twitch stream. We have streams going on pretty much like 4 or 5 days a week. So check that out. We have a new Discord server up. We're going to release that pretty soon. But we have a lot of discussion topics, little channels, all that stuff. It's all set up. We just gotta push it forward. So that's going to be coming soon. And just a little heads up, next week we are going to be taking a break from our regular podcast, this Monday podcast. But we will be back, on the airwaves, the digital airwaves, the following week. So yes, let's get into our episode. So we're first of all going to talk about our special guest, Kat McGuire, from Strength in Gaming. Then we're going to talk about Penny Dreadful, City of Angels, episode 2. Or no, we're going to talk about May the 4th because it's Star Wars. We're going to talk about the Star Wars movies from best to worst, or worst to best, however one you want. Yeah, we're going to order them, hopefully. At least we're going to try to. I know it's a gigantic undertaking. And finally, we're going to talk about Penny Dreadful, City of Angels, episode 2, which we just watched and shot a reaction video to. So check that out in the coming days. Without further ado, let's do this. Everybody feeling good?
Yeah, man. Let's do this.
All right. Without further ado, I'd like to bring on Kat McGuire from Strength in Gaming.
Yay!
Hello.
Hey, how's it going?
Chillin'. Thanks for being here.
Hi,
Hey,
thanks for
welcome.
having me. I'm so
if y'all-
excited.
No problem. Yeah, this is going to be awesome. So if y'all didn't know, Kat is one of the co-hosts of Strength in Gaming, which is one of our they're one of our podcast friends, along with Samson and Sal. We've all actually been on the podcast, their podcast. So we're just returning the favor. We've had Sam on before, but this is where we're following up with Kat. And Kat actually and Sal do game with us on our Thursday streams where we play World War Z and other co-op multiplayer stuff. So yeah, welcome, Kat.
Thank you. Yeah, World War Z is my new Thursday nightly routine. I always look forward to it.
We got wrecked last week.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, we did with that challenge mode. Shoot.
Yeah, it's
We got to get good.
I know, get good. So Kat is a video game Twitch streamer and YouTube co-host of, again, Strength in Gaming. And yeah, you're pretty busy, just as we are.
Yeah, it's crazy. I didn't think I would be so busy during quarantine, but here we are. I feel like I have so much that I have to get done every day.
Yeah.
And it's all like computer related.
Yeah, I know.
Crazy.
All right. Kat, so how did you start podcasting? Like, how did Strength in Gaming start?
So Strength in Gaming started before I was a part of it. Samson is the original creator along with Sal, and I think they are in the chat right now.
Yes, they are.
Samson's been our guest before. He was on season 1, wasn't he?
Yes, he was. Yeah. I looked back in your history and I found that post.
My turn.
So they found me. I used to work at a chiropractic office. And Samson was one of our clients. And so
That's right, I remember the story. Yes.
Work at a chiropractic office.
Yep. I sure did. And then that's how we met. And then he noticed that I had my the Nintendo 3DS sometimes playing Pokemon. And then he noticed my tattoo on my arm. I can probably show you guys here. It's a bow and arrow modeled after Zelda's bow.
Oh, nice.
Not Link's bow, Zelda's bow.
Zelda's bow, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So cuts.
he noticed that and was like, hey, you like games, listen to my podcast. And I was like, cool. And I listened to a couple episodes and I'm like, this is dope. And he's like, well, you should be on.
Sam getting
right.
The rest is history.
I
You
know.
insist.
Yeah,
Wow.
he couldn't get rid of me ever since. And I started on episode 30 and now we're like on episode 140 something.
Whoa.
Wow.
They've been going
This
for
is
a
our
while.
40th. This is our 40th
Yeah.
episode.
Wow, I'm so excited to be on your 40th.
We got nothing on you guys.
Yay.
But damn.
Gosh, when was the first time I was on Strength in Gaming? That was like
It's a few
episode
years
50?
ago, I think.
No,
You
it
guys
wasn't
have been
even
going
episode
for 6
50.
years, right?
Yeah, so
Yeah.
like I think we had Earl on 2 or 3 years ago, and he was the first out of you guys that we wrangled in.
Right.
Yeah.
I like it.
And I was
That was
fangirling because I love Tomb Raider, so I was like, "Oh my god, I'm gonna meet Jonah!" And it was so much fun. Earl, thank you. We had a great
Yeah, no
time.
problem.
And then the rest of you guys joined us. I think it was Jennifer, and then Walter,
Yeah.
and then
Yeah.
Caitlin.
Yeah.
Yeah, we loved having all of you guys. We had such a good time. And Caitlin, my God, I don't think I've lauged harder in my entire life.
We're not gonna talk about that.
Period.
Oh my god.
People don't know. They don't need
It's
to
already
know.
up on the internet.
People don't need to go look at it.
Oh, and
No one needs to
Samson
find out.
looks like
You're
Samson
telling
said
people to go look it up.
Samson said Earl was on their 50th episode.
Oh, a while ago.
That was a while ago.
Yeah, that was a while.
Damn.
'Cause that was right after, Rise just came out. So I think you guys had me on like right after that.
Yeah,
So 2015-ish, something.
it was a good time. And I'm glad we got all of you in person as well. We still haven't got Rodney on our podcast,
Rodney.
though, which,
Producer Rodney.
you know, we
Get-
got to get
get
the
it.
unicorn.
Yeah.
Porn.
But we love Rodney. We've been playing World War Z with
Right.
him on Thursday nights too. So that's been nice to get to know him that way. And that's how I met him. I only know Rodney virtually.
Well, we got to fix that when quarantine lifts.
It really does
Yeah.
have to happen. Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you guys
Yeah.
still streaming now, or how are you guys doing it? You're not taking on any guests right now, right? Or are you meeting like the way we're doing it right now?
We are meeting, like you guys are doing, but yeah, we haven't had any guests on for a little while. We're thinking about bringing that back soon.
Then
But
Rodney.
we had like that series of celebrity guests.
Right.
Yeah.
So we just wanted to kind of take a step back from that after like a year and a half of doing it,
Mhm.
and just go back to our roots, like where we started with just like,
Right.
the original group. But I think
Mhm.
that we've been talking about having guests on again, especially now because it's like perfect. Having guests
Yeah,
on is
yeah.
like
It
so
really
easy.
is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely.
They could be halfway across the world and they'll be like,
I
yeah,
know.
sure, why not?
There's
Yeah,
still
exactly.
Thinking
And
about
like,
all this stuff.
you don't even have to be fancy. Wear your PJs. I don't care.
You just gotta show up.
Yeah.
7:30. Yeah.
Like for real, like
You don't even have to wear pants.
No,
Yeah,
you don't. Or underwear.
I'm not even
don't.
wearing pants.
I'm not.
Pants are wear.
I'm not wearing pants either.
I'm technically not wearing pants.
No pants.
You heard it here, folks.
That's
No
right.
pants. No.
All of
We'll
us are
spam the chat.
pantsless.
I'll let you figure it out. No.
Yeah.
So, Kat, you're on a gaming podcast. What was your first game? Like your first, the first game that you fell in love with? This was our question last week, but like I feel like it's fair to ask you.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I have a first game that I ever remember, and then the first game that like made me fall in love with gaming. When I was 2, on my second birthday, in fact, because I have a
Wow.
video recording.
You remember?
Of it.
Wow.
Oh my god.
Well, she has a recording.
She said
I
a video
barely
recording.
remember, but I have the recording to kind of help me remember.
Okay.
My boy cousins were playing. I already forgot the name of the game, but it was on the Nintendo, and it was like
Describe
a
it.
kid was riding a dinosaur and
Oh.
like collecting stuff, and like
Kid Nicky, maybe?
he's on like an island or something. I don't know. It was like such a cute game,
Yoshi.
but like
Oh.
the boys were uninterested in my birthday and playing games, and
Aw.
then my sister and my girl cousin were opening all my presents for me, and I didn't care. I was just staring at the TV screen. I didn't give
Love
a
at
crap
first
about my
sight.
presents until I got to my glowworm. Adventure Island. Thank you, Sal. I think it was
Adventure
Adventure Island.
Adventure
Adventure
Island.
Island.
Okay.
Yeah.
I remember that.
Wait a minute.
What?
Yeah.
Played
You
that
remember it?
before.
Yeah, right? Like once you see a
On
picture,
8-bit? Yeah.
I remember the artwork for it. I don't
Yeah,
think I ever
Hold
played it,
on,
yeah.
hold on. I'm gonna have
Hold
to search
on.
this.
so that was
Holy
yeah,
shit.
that was the earliest game I ever remember, and
Oh, wow.
and I was like staring at it. And then when I was a little bit older, like I think I was about 6 when Final Fantasy VII came out.
Yeah.
Wow.
And
Makes
I
me
was
feel
still
old.
like
Like,
learning
you're
how to
young.
read, And so my dad bought a PlayStation and got this game because he thought it looked cool. And like our bonding time was he would sit me in his lap while he played the game, and I would read all the dialogue.
That's so lovely. So lovely.
Wow.
That's
And
so
I knew
cute.
curse words too, but I didn't say them because I was a good girl.
Are you still
So-
a good
Oh my
girl?
god.
That was your game. Gosh,
That was
what
my
an
game.
intro to like Final Fantasy, really.
I
Yeah.
know.
I
Your
know,
father.
and
It must be
now
really
my
close
dad
to
doesn't
home.
care.
About
So
Final Fantasy
great.
at all?
Yeah, I like called him
Just
and I'm
over
like,
it.
Dad, Final Fantasy VII is coming out tonight, the remake, and he was like,
Oh
okay.
my
He's like,
I mean, I'm glad you're happy.
Has he even seen it? Like the trailer?
Yeah, because I spam it to him. I make him watch it.
Oh,
Well, so speaking of the
Nice.
remake,
Yes.
you already you finished in 3 days, right? Is that
I
what?
did.
Whoa.
Yeah. I
Oh
couldn't
my
stop.
god.
Yeah.
Well, that's just the first chapter, right?
No, but
Yeah.
that's a lot of gaming. Like that's a lot of gaming.
In
So you
3
basically
days?
played it like nonstop then.
Oh yeah, I pretty much played it nonstop because I was just having such a great time with it. I did take my time in like each section, and I got a lot of things done on my first playthrough. But yeah, it was worth it. I don't regret only taking 3 days to.
Did you just hook up an
my
IV bag
God.
next to you?
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Oh my
Like
goodness.
YouTube and like
Dude.
Didn't even eat.
that
Like,
pen. Yeah, I know.
It's like when the
Holy
Harry
shit.
Potter books would be released at midnight and people wouldn't sleep. They just
I would
Oh.
read them.
Yes.
my
I've
dad
done that.
until his
Yeah.
eyes were
Dude,
bloodshot.
Same.
I would
did that
finish
for
them in like
6
2
and
days.
7.
Yeah,
Yeah.
my dad would finish it. That
Kids
night.
and
Oh
their
my God.
parents, like
I literally
they
finished
they
6
buy
that night.
separate books
Dude.
and like
You
just
guys are
read it.
nerds.
Yeah, me too.
I still have
Feel
6 is
it.
the only one I still have actually, but
Oh,
yeah.
I have all
Blood
of them.
Prince.
And
I
we
have
Got all of
as well.
them.
we started buying the illustrated copies, like the new ones that are
What?
coming out.
Yeah, there's
yeah,
new
yeah.
ones. They're
Oh,
fancy.
they're so
Yeah.
beautiful.
Yeah,
Have you
they
guys-
are gorgeous.
You guys have seen the Thai covers, right? The ones from
What?
Thailand, like they're
No. I gotta look
so
this up.
beautifully.
Hold on.
like-
What?
I'm looking it up.
Yeah, the Thai illustrated covers are like so beautiful.
No way.
It's already a
Yeah.
search term. Wow, look at this shit.
Wait,
It's so pretty.
Oh,
Wait.
They're so pretty.
It's
These just
definitely
came out.
Oh
Oh my
my
god.
God.
definitely like
You're welcome.
Wait,
It's
these look
very-
like
How did
It's
I not
very
know
Asian.
about this?
Damn.
Yeah, I don't know why we don't
these
have
are
those.
gorgeous.
They're
I
so
know. I don't
I'm
know why we
into
don't have
it.
them, but
well, there are new covers to the American version, the North American ones too.
there are. But
Yeah.
they're just not those
But
covers.
not like
Not
this.
like that, yeah.
They're not those.
Dude, Harry
covers.
looks sexy.
Excuse me, he's like 11 in the first.
Oh,
picture.
that's true. Fuck. I forgot. You know, I had a big fat crush on Harry Potter, but it's because I was
Same.
a kid, so it was fine.
Same.
Now it's not okay for me to
Daniel
say that.
Radcliffe was
Yeah.
like a cutie.
Yeah.
You know,
Like,
if you
way
think
back
about
then.
it, Harry Potter is like a minor the whole book series.
I
He is.
know. I shouldn't be saying
like
that.
Jacob Black.
Sirius Black.
Noise.
But the movie cast was not, so it's
Yeah,
okay.
they became adults. Yeah, definitely.
Gutsy. Whoa, I just got in. Who's sexy? Harry Potter is sexy, man. Come
Harry
on.
Potter.
It is okay.
Harry Toddler.
Oh,
Potter is
Someone just said that.
sexy.
No. Harry
So,
Potter.
So, Kat, like now that you've finished Final Fantasy, how many hours did you play on it? Like, did you clock in?
It was just short of 50 hours
My
for my
God.
first
Good job.
playthrough,
Wow.
and I got most of the stuff, not all of
But
it.
you got not all of it. Okay,
Yeah.
gotcha.
Yeah.
And
It's not
I'm still about
crazy.
halfway
It's
through.
oh, you are
some-
Jen. Okay, yeah. When you beat the game, hit me up. We got to talk.
Oh my God, I've already cried 3 times.
Are there changes to this one? Because
Oh,
it's
yeah.
kind of like
Compared to
so
the
there's
other one.
There's a
serious
lot.
changes.
There's a lot of. I mean, like
You
the
approve of
main
that?
things. The main things are kind of the same, right, Kat?
Mhm.
Or what do you think the changes are?
Yeah. Cuts heat. Yeah. Hell yeah. We need to talk in the chat. Okay. So yeah, it's very true to the first game
Mhm.
with like a bajillion new stuff. It's so
Mhm.
great. It just expands on the world, and just makes it more fleshed out.
yeah,
And
I
like,
can see that.
and it makes more sense.
Do you like
Mhm.
this version more? Like, be honest. Are you like this is even better?
I actually do because
Yes.
yeah, because
It's like a movie.
Same.
it's like things you thought you understood before
Mhm.
you see it with like these detailed graphics
yeah.
and these voice
Like
actors
voice acting.
Mhm.
and more dialogue, and it's just like wow, like I thought I knew what I was looking at, I did not know. And then you kind of I compared like the screenshots of like the original game with like
Mhm.
screenshots of the remake.
Can't
Mhm.
compare.
They did such a good job at rendering
Shot
these
by shot.
environments. Yeah,
Oh my God.
to make it so detailed yet the same. I
yes.
can't believe it.
Moxie K, the opening sequence for FF7. Gosh, I haven't seen any of it.
Yes.
I've got a complete embargo going until I can get my hands on. So
I've been watching Jen, but even then, I only pop
Right.
in every now and then. So I need
yeah,
to,
same here. That's why I
need to
don't
play
jump in
this
your
thing.
FF7 stream.
Yeah.
Oh.
So, spoiler.
Is
Yeah.
that why? Oh.
It is a very good game, so I would recommend not looking at anything so it's not spoiled for you. And that's why Jen, I can't tell you anything. I can
Don't
neither
tell me
confirm nor
anything.
deny any questions you have.
Ooh.
Because all I'm gonna say, because other people have said it, you cannot spoil a 20-year-old game. We'll just say that. We'll say that.
It's true. It's true.
Mm,
I
How
mean,
many
the thing is,
chapters?
okay.
18.
There will be 18 total, or like
18
you said.
chapters in this game.
Okay, so how
Oh,
many
in this-
games will there be total?
Oh, they haven't
This is
confirmed
like
that
part
yet,
one,
but
right?
they think it's going to be 3. Like people are speculating at
Oh.
least 3.
yeah.
Right.
Makes sense.
Yeah, I'm glad that they're putting it in that many forms, right? Because they're actually covering so many like different facets of the content, right? Like when does this game end? They're saying it's like
This game ends when the group leaves Midgar, which is like
Wow. Okay.
which is barely anything from
Yeah, that's just
the
like
first game.
just the beginning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
So
just Wow.
it's going to be
That's-
at least 3. If they need to make more installments, I'm not mad at it, but I think 3 makes sense.
Yeah.
So
I keep on getting like preemptively excited thinking about that last battle with Sephiroth.
Oh,
Like,
Yeah.
Dude,
assuming
That's not
it's
till
gonna
a while
be-
from now.
Right. Assuming that's going to be like what it was in original 7, because gosh, that's in my head. That is still one of the most epic
mhm.
moments of gaming.
And
Oh,
that music.
The music, One Winged Angel. Come on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Speaking of, yeah.
Come on.
Yeah.
So-
Dude, Tyler Hoechlin, by the way, does not
Uh-huh.
disappoint as Sephiroth. His voice is
Ooh.
perfect.
Oh, nice.
Absolutely perfect.
I'm
Like,
looking him up.
I really like all the voice actors on here. I think all their voices fit the characters really well. But there are some moments in the game where I'm like, we could have done another take on that. But it's very minimal.
Right there,
It's
yeah.
very minimal.
That's
So
good to hear.
I really
Yeah.
don't have complaints about this game. Maybe it was too short for me. I don't know. I wish I had more.
50 hours was too short.
Too short. Too short. I want like an 80-hour game.
For a JRPG, this is true.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Come on, I want a Persona 5, okay?
Oh,
Okay,
no.
gotcha.
I'm playing one right now called Trails in the Sky, Legend of Heroes, and like everybody's been saying the running time, if you do most of the quests, is about 60. And I'm like, I don't know if I could do this.
Oh, really? Too long.
Yeah.
I love long games because I like getting invested in the
The
story.
pleasure lasts
Same,
longer.
Yeah, that's
same.
Mhm.
What's
It's
another? Sorry, go ahead.
Sorry, go ahead.
Oh,
Go
no.
ahead. Sorry.
I was just gonna say, what's another example of like a long game that you've gotten absolutely absorbed in?
Oh, Persona 5 for sure.
Persona
Like,
5, yeah.
and that
Good
was
one.
my first experience with Persona games. Like I never knew they existed until
Right.
all the hype happened with Persona 5. And then I watched a YouTube channel. I don't know if you guys have heard of Super Butter Buns, but her
No.
videos are
Super butter buns.
Hilarious.
Super butter buns.
That's
Yeah.
sexy.
yeah,
Sounds
she's
super.
got hilarious videos like summarizing games, like summarizing the plot, then like going into the mechanics of the game and like things to expect without really spoiling any of it for you.
Oh, that's good.
Other than giving you like a visual of what the game looks like. But she has like the funniest commentary and I love them. So I just wanted to play Persona 5 after I saw that video and it looked beautiful. Like it is, if you haven't played that game, recommend.
So Sephiroth also voiced Superman at some point, I guess.
What?
What?
The voice actor?
Yeah.
Tyler Hoechlin
Holy
was
shit.
also in Teen Wolf. That's what I knew him from.
Oh, that's why they cast him.
Yeah,
They want
because he already had
sexy
that.
people. Yeah.
And
Someone
Colonel
else in
chat.
Teen Wolf is in the game too.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I forgot who it was. Oh wait. Oh yeah, Cloud. Cody.
Yeah, he's a newbie, right?
Yeah, I think he's new to voice acting.
Yeah,
but
my
he's-
roommate was salty about it. She's a voice actress. She's a voice actor, and she's like, a lot of these people have never
Are
even played the
new.
game.
Right.
They are not voice
Yeah.
actors.
He
They just
sounds
wanted
really
celebrities.
good
Yeah.
though.
Yeah.
I'm
He's
sure,
a Superman
right?
in CW
Yeah,
Super.
Really good.
He's a great
Right?
Superman.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
he's that guy.
I think
Yeah,
all
yeah.
the voices are really well cast, actually.
Great.
Yeah.
Good.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah,
Yeah,
Brianna
the,
White is brand new.
The cat.
She's
the cat.
she plays who? She plays
Aerith.
Aerith. Yeah, she's new too. Because I remember I think I was
Brand
watching an
spanking new.
interview with her. Yeah.
Kat, the
Wow.
chat wants to know if you played Persona 5 Royal.
Oh, sorry. I have not played Royal. I've only played the main title. Royal is like what is it, you guys? Like, is it dance and singing and stuff? Because I know that
Actually
Persona
don't know.
does spin-off games like that, but I
Is
have not
Persona
listened to
5
Royal.
is that the song? Is that the one that has the theme song that goes na 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 na
Gutseat's like, no.
na 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 na?
Yeah.
I knew.
Yes.
I love that song.
Oh, the
I had a
soundtrack
roommate
is
who
like
played it for years, and then my new roommate was just playing it last week, and I opened her door. I was like, "What is that? What is that song? I know that song." She's like, "It's Persona," and I was like, "I love that song. It's so pretty." Yeah.
dude, it's that game. The soundtrack combined with like all the red
Nice.
that you
Yeah.
see is like
Yeah.
oh, it's like crack. You're just like, oh my god.
Oh my God. You got some more of that Persona 5.
Persona 5.
Do that for Persona 5.
For that Persona 5.
To try it out now.
And chat's saying that Persona 5 Royal is like the updated game. You can choose to be a female protagonist. That is cool. Yeah, and then he has the theme song. You never saw it coming. It's so good. I'm not a singer, but
No, I know that song. Never saw it coming. Right?
Yeah.
That's a
It's so
song.
good. And then like each character
I just know
has
the
their
songs.
own.
You just
You
copied
literally
exactly what
just
she
repeated
did.
what she said.
Exactly what she did.
She knows
I know.
exactly what I'm talking
Yeah,
about.
exactly. No.
See, I don't even know the song.
And each character, like, it depends on who has like the final hit in the battle, and whoever does that final blow, they get like this epic freaking like art that just blows up in your face, and they have like a cool ending pose. I can't even describe it. Just like, I wonder if you look up Persona 5 ending poses, you might be able to
I
see
bet.
it.
Is it like,
Yeah, it's like a freeze frame. Oh my God, it's so good. It's so good.
I
Yeah.
have not gotten into the Persona, but everybody keeps on recommending
I've
I've
that to
been
me.
wanting to
Persona.
get into Persona 5.
my
actually.
roommate had a plushie of Coach Junpei, which I think is from Persona 3 or Persona 2. Have you played that, Kat?
No, Persona 5 is the only one.
Oh, that's the only one you
I've-
played. Oh,
I've
okay.
played.
I've watched some
out
of
of
those
that.
scenes. Yeah, it's very much like a teen school anime, but also like supernatural, right?
Yeah, it's so fun.
It gets into the
fun.
human psyche. That's why it's called Persona. So there's a lot
Yeah.
of like psychological references there.
Absolutely.
Ooh,
And then
maybe-
like
Yeah.
and they're called
the
like
JRPGs.
Phantom Thieves. So they're personas, or like the things that they summon to help them battle are
Oh,
based
they're like
on like
familiars?
real life thieves. It's really cool.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Oh, it's so great. It's
Mm.
I highly recommend it, but it's like an 80-hour game. Like no
Oh
joke.
my gosh.
Wow.
Let's do it. So speaking of a lot of time, we got to move on to the next
We do.
section.
You just go down that rabbit hole.
Yeah,
This is what we do at Strength and Gaming all the time. We just roll with like whatever happens.
Right. So, because today is the 4th of May. May the 4th be with you all. We are going to be talking a little bit about Star Wars and hopefully coming up with some kind of ranking to these movies. So I don't know. Everybody here is caught up on all the Star Wars films, right?
I have not seen Han Solo.
That's
okay,
someone
you
I
don't
haven't
have
seen either. Yeah,
Is that part of this list that we're gonna
it
be?
is.
Oh fuckers.
Well, I mean, I
Okay.
haven't seen it
Yeah.
either, so
Oh, okay then. Okay. All right, you two then.
It's okay to put it in the bottom of your
This by default, it belongs
Yeah,
there.
just-
No, it's not
so
good.
No one's gonna
just-
challenge you.
maybe a quick
Oh.
rundown from everybody. Like, let's just get the top 3. Let's get the top 3. Does everybody have a top 3?
I'll
Top
start.
3.
Actually,
Let's go, Walter.
Hard.
I just put that up on my Facebook. Top 3. You want me the third and 3, 2, 1?
Yeah, let's go 3, 2, 1. Like, make it epic.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
Number 3 is A New Hope.
Okay, original Star
Number
Wars.
2 is Empire Strikes Back.
Okay, okay,
And
okay.
Number 1 is Rogue One.
Wow.
Actually, that's my number one too.
That's my number one.
I
Oh
really
my
love
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, sorry, what was your number 3 and number 2 again?
Lord.
A New Hope,
A New
Empire
Hope.
Strikes
ESB.
Back,
Uh-huh.
and then Rogue One.
Okay, all right, gotcha.
I think.
Mhm.
Yes,
Can I go
Infernal.
next?
Yeah.
Okay, so my 3 is A New Hope.
Right.
My 2 is Force Awakens,
Mm.
and my
Really?
my 1 is Rogue One.
Right.
Because I think I wasn't like entirely into Star Wars until like fairly recently, actually. But then like I kind of dropped off the map, so I don't know.
Gutsy
Anyway.
nun. Ew.
Uh,
Force Awakens. Sorry.
Actually afraid to answer this question because you guys are gonna judge me hardcore.
It's
Caitlin, I won't
yours.
judge you.
Okay,
I
all
promise.
right. Can I just say, some of
Already
these
know.
films I haven't seen in years and years.
Right.
Okay,
Yeah, same.
so I can't remember if they're good or not. I only know they're probably bad because of the stuff I read online. But at the
Right.
time when I saw it, I was riveted because I didn't know any better. I was just a kid, you know?
And that's fine. I mean,
All right, okay.
3, 2, 1.
All right, fine. Okay. Okay.
Horrible. I'm just kidding.
You guys are gonna cringe
No,
so
just say
hard,
it.
but I have a reason. Okay, number
Right.
3. Number 3 is Attack of the Clones. Okay, and the
That
reason
is-
I say that
You make me feel so weak and strong at the same time.
I had a really big crush on Hayden Christensen.
Oh
I
yeah, he
mean-
howled.
A girl crush on Natalie Portman. So
I agree with that.
I really enjoyed, and I had the DVD, and I watched that. I went to the theaters and I saw it. I was hyped, like even when they had the trailers coming out, and I watched it over and over and over because I was just really into Hayden Christensen. So I associate all those good childhood memories with Attack of the Clones, and
That's
so
fair.
it's probably a terrible movie now if I watched it, but I
It
really
is.
enjoyed it.
I'm just kidding.
I liked it back then when I was a kid too.
Oh, so
I
you
get
liked
that.
it?
I
Okay.
absolutely get that.
Yeah.
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 I just nostalgia, I really enjoyed Attack of the Clones.
Right.
And then 2 would be Empire Strikes Back.
Mm-hmm.
And again, I think this is very controversial, but I really liked Return of the Jedi. I don't know.
I like
my
Return of the Jedi.
God.
Okay, I have people shitting on that one.
For some people, that's one of their favorites. You know.
I like
I-
Return of the
God.
I
Jedi.
liked Return of the Jedi. Oh no. Okay.
Go
on, Earl. What's your list?
No, I'm. Well, Kat, let's you.
Oh, Kat. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
You can go before me because I talked.
All right. Don't judge me either, because look,
Right.
I'm not exactly a Star Wars stan. Okay, like
Yeah,
I
cool,
know the
Same,
majority of Star Wars, but like Caitlin, it's been a long time since I've
Yeah.
seen some of these movies.
Right.
Yeah.
And I didn't really grow up with them, so I like my memory of the first 3 that came out, episodes 4, 5, and 6, are limited.
Same.
Yeah.
But that being said, I know Rogue One was my number 1, so we'll just start there because I already said it. 'Cause that was amazing. That was a great
Yeah.
movie. I was wrecked by the end of it, even though you
Yeah.
knew what was going to
I
happen.
cried thinking about
Very,
the ending.
very wrecked.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And then I would say A New Hope is my second, because like you can't go wrong with the first one that came out. Come on. And then the third one, I don't know. It's hard. I would probably say Return of the Jedi, just because
Yes.
it's the one I remember. Yeah, it's the one I
The
remember the most, and it's like it's impactful because it's the last of that specific trilogy.
Yeah.
And then I did not like episodes 1, 2, and 3. Like I really didn't. And the new ones are like, the first one was pretty good, and then the next 2 I was like, oh, I wasn't too happy with it. But I'm not a Star Wars stan, so it didn't really bother
Right.
me anyway.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Gabriel Bosco in chat says Empire, Rogue, Hope, A New Hope, I guess, Return of the Jedi, Phantom Menace, Attack of the Clones, Force Awakens, Revenge of the Sith, and then Last Jedi. Last. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm actually having a huge, lots of trouble coming up with.
Yeah.
Same.
I know, it's hard.
It's hard.
Um,
It's kind of hard.
I mean, if Mandalorian was an option, that would be
Oh,
number
geez.
1.
Yeah.
It
You
is
know?
so perfect right now in my head. I'm gonna say A New Hope
is what
Is your third?
is 3.
Third.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah. Jesus, this is so.
It's hard. I know.
And then I'm gonna say Return of the Jedi at 2, and then Rogue One. Yeah.
Nice.
I fucking loved Rogue One.
Everybody likes Rogue One.
Dude.
I saw Rogue,
Rogue
One.
One.
I saw it
Right.
3 times in the theater,
Wow.
and gosh, it was. Yeah. I don't know.
I actually,
Coming for those main titles, man.
yeah.
Yeah.
You know what was interesting was that the first time I saw Rogue One, I didn't like really buy what was like so great about it. But then
Right.
I
I need to
went
watch it
back
again. Yeah.
And I watched it again, and I was like, "Hang on, I understand everything now."
Right. There's
Maybe
a
I
lot.
do,
There's a
yeah.
lot. There's a
You
lot
know.
of shit going on in that movie. That's a thing.
I mean,
about
that
it.
movie was deep to me, man. And just the everything, like the acting, the storyline, the beats, and the visual effects. Just
And
had
the ending,
everything. Yeah.
like
and the
knowing
ending.
what
Yeah.
it led into was like so.
Ending to
beautiful.
me was chilling. The
Yes,
best part
chilling.
was
Yeah.
that
So good.
The
Darth
best part
Vader.
is the ending.
Oh, when you see Darth Vader, that
When he
that's the
comes
thing about
on,
that.
That's
Yeah.
the Vader.
No, I mean, like, that part is amazing, but
Really?
also right after that, like when the rebels like barely make it out
they
with
barely
with
make it out with the
and they make it into the ship.
Yeah.
Right.
And,
And
they're
then they
passing
go
the
up-
key like through the
Yeah, they're
door
passing the
and-
key, and you like see how
and they see
narrowly
Princess
they
Leia.
missed. And
Yeah.
then no,
Yeah.
but like when they go up and the soldier is like, what is it, princess? What have they brought? What have the rebels brought us? And she like turns around and is like,
like
Hope. Look,
And I mean, I feel like
It
in
makes me
Rogue
cry.
One, the characters were so flushed out and their backs. I mean, like I got a sense of their backstory, even though it was an ensemble cast.
right.
yeah.
You know, even the droid that what's his name? That dude was hilarious. I love that droid.
Oh, the one played by Alan Tudyk.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Right.
I keep on calling him HK, but like it is HK because HK is also a droid in KOTOR, but I can't.
oh,
It's something K, right? Because it's killer.
Something.
Yeah. But like also, I mean, Rogue One brought us fucking Donnie Yen, Chirrut Imwe.
Oh my
yeah.
god.
That
He was
Watch
actually-
it again.
The thing
Yeah.
is, like,
Yeah.
Donnie Yen, like, I think he authored some of his character, right? Because they didn't
Uh-huh.
originally have him be blind.
right. Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think.
He,
Yeah,
like,
I
chose
think
for
they
that
gave him
to
some
happen.
sort of leeway or freedom to kind of build his own. Or
Right.
Yeah.
Major Mantequilla just said when Vader appeared at the end.
Mantequilla.
I
Oh, that's
blew my
Sal.
load.
I remember
Sal.
that.
Ah,
Like,
I saw.
in the dark, and then you just saw the lightsaber.
blade,
Like
yeah.
the whole
Ooh.
theater just
That was
erupted.
fantastic.
That-
Here's the
Yeah.
thing about that scene is this is the first time we see Vader as Vader, like go full badass.
Yeah, we never really saw that.
Time. Mhm.
In 40 years of cinema, of
Yeah.
Star Wars cinema, that has never happened.
Yeah. So it was
And-
great.
K2SO,
K-
yes,
yeah,
that's
there you
his
go.
name.
There we
K2SO.
go.
Thank you, Gutsy.
Who was your
HK47 is again KOTOR. So
I was going to ask, who was your favorite character, Kat, from Rogue One?
Oh, from Rogue One, I really liked Jyn. I really liked
Yeah.
her, but
Jyn
I also liked the droid. He was
Oh, yeah,
awesome.
K2SO, yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome.
I mean, I still had like some qualms with it. Like I think what's his name? Hannibal?
What is that?
Assassin?
I know what you're talking about. Not Force Whitaker? No.
What's his name? The actor
Was
who
it-
plays
Was it
Hannibal.
Force
Forrest
Whitaker?
Whitaker's character?
No, not him.
Oh,
Right,
he's
Forrest
in
Whitaker's
Death
in it.
Stranding, huh? Oh,
gosh, I'm blanking.
Mads Mikkelsen.
Mads Mikkelsen.
Oh,
thank you.
yes,
Oh,
yes,
the dad.
yes.
Hannibal.
Oh my
Mads
God.
Mikkelsen, he was criminally underused.
Yeah. He
Yeah.
was like,
He
my
was
favorite.
just there and gone.
Right.
I don't know. I feel like the acting was good, but for some reason it didn't have that spark. It didn't have the heart that I come to associate with Star Wars films.
Right.
So I was just like, this is gonna sound so mean, but there's a scene where Jyn is seeing like a hologram of her father, and he's
Right.
talking to her, and he's telling her all these things he wished he could have told her,
Yeah.
and
She was a little.
he's tearing up, and I'm like,
Yeah.
I don't feel shit right now. Like I feel like I should be sobbing, and I don't really care. And the male lead, I forget his name, was about as exciting as a rock. Sorry, I was like
Diego-
watching
Diego
paint
Luna?
dry. Yeah, sorry, no offense to Diego Luna,
No,
but
it's
I was
fine.
not
Yeah.
feeling him.
I get that.
I don't
I get that.
know. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was a little. I really like. Just Chirrut Imwe. I mean,
Chirrut Imwe was
I'm
great.
saying that for
Yeah.
Bright
I thought Alan Tudyk was
stars.
great.
Alan Tudyk was great.
Alan
Yeah.
Tudyk was the best.
He's always great.
I
Yeah.
miss Alan
When-
Tudyk,
when is
man.
Alan Tudyk not good?
Right. Yeah. I can't
He
think
needs
of
to be
it.
in more
That
things.
dude's always on, man.
He's in everything. I mean,
Yeah, he really is fantastic. By the way, are we going to go through all the films, or was it just the top three?
I
I
just
think it was
think
3.
top three. I
Okay,
mean, we
dang.
could
I was
go
like,
through other
that's
stuff.
going to take a while.
Yeah, I don't think we can.
But I wanna
Alan
ask
Tudyk was
Because in my head, I already have the list. Of
Oh yeah, I
everything.
posted
Yeah.
mine on Facebook.
I think it was yours. Someone had posted on Facebook, and
Yeah,
I
I
was like,
posted mine on
that's what it reminded me of.
Facebook and-
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
Well,
more
and
into
then-
like the TV shows than like the
Like
movies.
the animated
Oh my God.
series.
Yeah, the Clone Wars
Beck
and the
Clone Wars.
Mandalorian.
All praise our Lord and
Ooh.
Savior Turg.
I mean, if it was TV series, Mandalorian would be
Dude, man.
Oh,
Mandalorian.
come on.
Top.
Yeah.
I wanna say too, though, but-
competition.
The Clone Wars was really good.
I keep
Very
hearing
well
things
done.
about Clone
That
Wars,
first,
which I'm very interested in seeing.
The first 3D animated stuff, that series. I mean, that I want to say that series like single-handedly makes Anakin like a sympathetic character.
Yeah.
Because like that didn't happen in the prequels. And another thing that like Clone
was
Wars-
Hayden
sympathetic
Christensen
to
could
me.
actually act. Probably could have been.
I felt for him.
Character.
So cute.
the funny thing is like for me my favorite part of the Clone Wars was like it wasn't even the Jedi stuff. The Clone Trooper stuff was freaking great. How they had their squad and then you could see them like age out, grow old, die. It was great. I don't know. I love that stuff. Beck Z Feehan in chat says top 3 Star Wars movies: Attack of the Clones. Okay, Attack of the Clones. Jar Jar Binks, stay off.
So, if you guys could name your worst Star Wars film, what would it be?
Oh,
I'll start with that one.
Oh.
The bottom of my list had number 11 was The Phantom Menace.
No, that is not even that bad to me.
That was
That's
I
episode
enjoyed
one?
that film. Yeah.
No, I
actually enjoyed
agree
that
with
film.
that just because I rewatched it recently and
Right.
I just like was cringing.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Maybe, but at
The-
the time,
Some of
I
the
mean,
acting
Caitlin, I think we
is like,
clearly,
no.
yeah.
You don't
Caitlin,
rewatch
we just
it.
have two different
gotta-
tastes.
you-
So
No, I just think I have nostalgia goggles on. I need to rewatch
Yeah.
the films.
Yeah.
yeah, because
Yeah.
the fact, having number
the
3 as
takeaway
your
from
number 3,
Phantom
but
Menace.
it is
Oh, God.
woof.
Wait, what's so bad? Like, if you could put in one sentence, like, what is so awful about that movie?
Look, Anakin is not a great. That kid was not a great actor. He's just a
Jake
kid,
Lloyd. Oh,
not
God.
holding it against
no.
him.
Right.
Also, Natalie
So much
Portman
shit,
was
like,
very
growing up.
flat. Like she needed
Oh, her
some
acting.
oomph in her acting.
Did you guys know Keira Knightley's in that movie?
yeah, she
Yeah.
was.
She's,
She's
uh,
She plays the
double.
She was the
decoy.
double
Yeah,
agent or
I
whatever.
love that.
She what?
She plays
She's the decoy maid girl that
Yeah.
switches
Mhm.
out with the queen.
who switches with
Mhm.
Amidala.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they
Because they looked so alike.
they look very
Yeah.
similar.
So
Yeah.
similar.
Yeah.
I didn't know that was her. Oh,
Yeah, it's
okay.
her.
All
The
right.
entire-
Notice her accent changes.
Oh yeah.
Suddenly she's way more.
So like she's a
posh
little more
and-
posh sounding. Yeah.
Posh.
So
I
Kira
think
can't do accents.
For me, the Star Wars film that made me the angriest definitely was oh god, the Rian Johnson one,
Last Jedi?
Force-
The Last Jedi.
Right. Yeah.
The
That
Last
one.
Jedi, yeah.
That one had me
That was
foaming at the mouth.
divisive as
I was
fuck.
so angry. Yeah, very angry at that one.
So I think that the Rian Johnson film was a lot of missteps. Phantom Menace was a lot of nothing.
Oh,
Fair enough.
Literally, like the only takeaways that we got that were like story significant, I feel like in Phantom Menace was the fight with Darth Maul,
Yes, yeah.
and that's
No,
it.
that actually was a good moment in that,
Yeah, it was great. Yeah,
but I just couldn't get
yeah.
past the acting.
Yeah.
I need to rewatch this movie.
The acting from episode 1 to episode 3 just killed me.
I need to rewatch it.
yeah. Rise of the
Revenge-
Skywalker was the worst.
Yeah.
And then
like,
you know, in the recent trilogy, I liked the acting, and I mean Adam Driver, who doesn't like him?
Oh,
but-
the acting's great in
But
the
I
recent films.
Yeah, it's great.
The
The best
acting's
yet.
great,
It's the best
But-
yet. Yeah.
but I don't
Daisy
like
Ridley's
how
amazing.
overpowered they made Rey. I really did
Yeah.
not
She's OP.
care for that.
Super OP.
She's OP.
Yeah.
They
My
wrote
least
themselves
favorite.
into like plot holes, but yeah,
She's like the Sypha of Star Wars.
Ice everywhere.
Wait,
All right.
are we talking about Sypha from Castlevania?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes, we are.
Sorry.
Yes, we are.
Yeah, I'm talking about Castlevania.
Yeah.
I'm
And I mean,
watching
we
the
can-
new season.
Belmont.
and I mean,
Um,
people on the chat are talking about like, you know, they loved Attack of the
Battle for
Phantom
Naboo.
Menace because of the fight scenes. Like, we can
Yeah,
have another
yeah.
conversation
No,
about like
sure, yeah, it's a
fight
huge.
scenes
Sure,
and
yeah.
as which movie had the best ones. Because
Ooh, I love that when it was Anakin versus Obi-Wan in Revenge of the Sith.
so wait, Jen and
That was
Kat,
on
and
far. Yeah, that's not too
Earl, what was your worst?
yeah, real quick,
Real
we gotta
quick.
touch on those and we gotta
Yeah,
move on.
sure.
But
Um,
mine was Revenge of the Sith.
bad. Okay, fair.
That's your worst.
hmm
I'll go with that. It had the worst
Same.
line of dialogue in the entire
Revenge, which you were the chosen one?
Anakin
No,
couldn't even act when he was like
burn.
No.
chopped of his
yeah.
limbs. So yeah, no.
I'm sorry, no.
Bless
Attack of
his
the Clones
heart.
had the worst.
Bless his little heart.
line.
And Kat, what did you say was your worst?
Sand.
Yours, Walter.
Oh,
Remember?
Sand.
Same
Yeah,
thing?
Sand,
Episode one?
yeah.
Was? Which was?
We
Episode
agreed.
one.
Menace.
Episode 1?
Phantom Menace. We agreed
Phantom
on it.
Menace,
That's
yeah.
right.
Right.
I always forget
well-
which name it goes with which one.
I know.
Same.
Which
Yeah.
piece of crap? I'm just kidding. So anyway, that concludes our portion
Anyways,
discussing
Penny Dreadful.
Star Wars stuff. I know people disagree with this. This is forever going to be contentious. Nobody,
Oh, of
there's
course.
never going to be a unified list.
Sure,
But
sure.
I just want to say thanks to Kat for joining us.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you, Kat.
Fun.
Join us.
Hopefully,
Thank
we'll
Good
do
seeing
it
you.
sometime soon. That'll be great.
Yeah, we need to have like a Pangeekery Strength and Gaming total party when all this blows over.
I
Like for
agree.
real, in person.
I absolutely agree.
Gaming
And we're gonna
time.
drink. Right?
Have a
And let's
Ranger.
play
Do it.
Overcooked 2. And-
Party, yes!
Party, we'll have a party.
Yes, yes.
Yeah,
So,
dude.
I know you haven't seen. You're not caught up with Penny Dreadful, right?
No, I wanted to catch up for you guys, but I don't have
It's all
good.
Showtime.
Yeah,
No worries.
I know.
We don't either.
But it looks
Should I have said that?
I don't know. What?
I can't even believe I didn't think of that.
There's things you can do on the internet. Yo
The
ho
internet
ho.
is wide.
I don't
Catch
know
my
what Karen's
drift.
talking about. We do everything. By
We all
We do
have
everything
shows.
on the up and up. Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
too sheltered.
We did in the past, but like money has grown short.
Yeah.
So thank you again, Kat. Hopefully we'll see you soon. We'll definitely see you on Thursday though. So
Absolutely,
Too.
you will. Absolutely.
Nice.
All right.
That was so
Thank you
cute.
so much, Kat.
Aw.
Okay.
See you
I
later.
love you guys.
Yeah.
Bye, Kat.
Thank
Thank you. Yeah.
So
So we got
Penny Dreadful.
Panny Dreadful.
13 minutes.
So
Panny
this is
Dreadful.
episode 2, right, of City of
Yep.
Angels, where well, from last time we already set up that Santiago Vega, sexy
Santiago
name,
Vega.
sexy name, basically joins like the Night's Watch, joins the cops, and
Joins the Night's Watch.
shoots his own brother in the head as a result.
Head.
As a result of Magna like trying
was an
to
accident.
Magda trying to like,
Dumbass move.
influence everyone to get like violence or rise out of everyone, right? Like
Right.
in 1930s ish LA.
30
So then-
something.
What did we see this episode?
We saw the fallout from the battle at the construction site.
Mm-hmm.
We actually met the head of this cult, or like the figurehead of the cult, Sister Molly, right? We saw
Yes.
that. I'm blanking on other stuff.
Mhm.
Nathan Lane and his team of vigilantes.
Nazi hunters.
Yeah, got taken out by
Oh,
half.
yep.
Ooh, sorry, spoilers.
And then we got the,
Are we able to talk about that? We're
the
able to
German
talk about
doctor.
that.
The German doctor.
Yeah, the German doctor having
being seduced.
being seduced,
By
Having
Marjorie
projected
Terrell.
sex. Yeah.
having
Sex
astral projection sex.
And then
Man, that
and
shit
then the
was
Nazis
real.
said, and then the Nazis kid having a little sixth sense about the weird kid.
Oh, I know, but
Yeah,
Oh, definitely.
He was not
about
having
homunculus boy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
homunculus boy.
I wonder if
Oh
that
my
kid has a belly
God.
button.
Maybe
If-
not.
If they
If she
were
was-
dead, they would
yeah.
lie down like this.
I don't know. What was everybody's like general impression of the second
That
episode?
kid's like, you stupid.
I really
I don't know,
enjoyed
but
it.
I
actually.
really enjoy watching things with you guys. I don't know. You know, like I don't even know if I enjoy it, but watching, like reacting with you guys makes me enjoy
enjoyable.
it. So,
Yeah,
it's enjoyable. So I'm like, I'm in, I'm fully in.
I'm in to know what happens.
I'm so in. Yeah.
I thought one interesting part was that when Inspector Santiago, when he tries to get close to
Sister Molly, and they like have just this like instant attraction that goes on. You're like, oh, okay, well that was clearly not professional anymore. It's so thick.
You could cut
it with a butter knife.
Yeah. But like, what is that going to turn into? You know what I mean?
You think she's for reals?
I think
is she playing him?
She might be for real, but her mother has her enough in her grasp that it doesn't really matter.
This
like her mother
mistrust.
is really hiding something,
Unless
and I think
the whole
she's
family
kind of
is
powerless.
messed up.
Right. I have this instinctive, like deep ingrained, like mistrust of like religious like structure. So I'm just like, there's no way.
But they might be trying to paint the angle that she is kind of just like, I don't know,
almost a victim herself.
Yeah.
She's a victim herself. Her mom is the real bad guy.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah.
I could see that.
Yeah,
I think that would be
It would be interesting.
Yeah, and then this whole time the mother's the one that's been protecting the world from her. Ooh.
Yeah,
Ooh.
dude,
they're gonna subvert it.
As soon as she like walked up in the stage, I was like, BioShock Infinite. She's like Elizabeth. She's like
Rapture.
Elizabeth Comstock.
Yeah.
I half expected her pinky to be gone.
Oh, face.
It was. You missed it.
Oh yeah, she was wearing a thimble.
Thimble.
Am I the only one who didn't find her like the most? I don't know. Her charisma didn't really work on me. It just looked like a girl reading cue cards.
It's because she was not that great of a singer, is what it was.
No, I thought her singing, whatever. I thought the singing was fine. It's just her stand-up routine was I didn't get it. I was like, am I supposed to be laughing right now? Am I supposed to be like, wow, she's so quirky? Like, I didn't get it.
I don't know if it was just because I definitely feel that it was like an artistic choice. And
sure, it just didn't work on me, I guess.
Right. They were trying to like, recreate probably what the style of comedy was back then. I'm not 100% sure. But like,
I think so, because the radio shows, they used to have like radio plays, right? Where it was just like, oh no, policeman, run away. You know what I mean? Like it was like very much in that style.
Sure, I'm sure. And then when we met her in person, she just seemed very simpering the whole time. Like, oh, really? Oh, I'm so tortured by my mother.
Tired.
Oh, I'm so tired washing dishes every Monday. I was like, what does he see in her? What does he see in her?
Maybe she's reeling him in. She's playing this whole victim attitude or whatever, like to get him like.
I don't know. She's like a blank slate to me right now.
Yeah,
like I have no
exactly. I don't really have an opinion on her, I guess. We'll see though. We'll see.
I mean, what about the?
Go ahead, Walter.
Oh, I was gonna say. So, what do you guys think about the OG gangsta that comes saving? Brother?
Dude.
Right. Oh, that guy.
Yeah.
Was that our first time seeing him?
Sexy gangsta.
Yeah.
Mr. Dreamboat.
He comes in with like one switchblade, and all these like cops just file on out. And wish him a nice day. It was
he's connected. He knows. They know
who he is.
You don't fuck with brown Eddie Redmayne. You know.
Yeah.
So
is he like mafia? Like what is he?
I think there was
Mexican
some implication that he was part of some kind of gang or something.
Yeah. I think back in the days they were like Mexican mafia was already that.
They were already forming.
They were definitely still already around. I mean,
but they started like way back in the 1900s.
Right.
And it seems as if, he comes in, right, to like intervene when the cops are like basically about to attack Santiago's little brother. It seems as if he was trying to then employ.
Absolutely.
He was trying
to get him.
He's trying to recruit him. Yeah.
Because
he didn't scream when like the police officer was about to gouge his eye out.
Right.
Well, it showed he had guts and he had
balls of steel.
Yeah.
He didn't cave and talk about.
He's not one to be intimidated by the cops.
Yeah.
Which is something, as a good soldier for gangsters.
Yeah. That's going to become a problem if his older brother is a cop, and it's going to be.
Oh, good call. Good call, Jen.
Right now, he's like so mad at his older brother that
he might just do it.
Yeah.
So
Y'all are good.
Yeah. And
I
then
didn't
like
see that.
the mother, though, I love Santiago's
love
mother.
Yeah.
watching her.
She's
badass.
incredible.
She's a bamf.
Yeah. Like her like cold ass like steel eyes of just like, I brought your brother into this world. He will not die.
He will not die tonight.
You will not die here. Yeah.
Oh, God. She's amazing. And then she prays to Saint
Santa Muerte.
Santa Muerte again, right?
Yeah.
And Santa Muerte appears, but we don't really know. Like, it seems as if she's transported, right? Like
that entire last scene was like super unclear.
I feel like
It
that
was a
just
little
like a vision.
anticlimactic. Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like it was a vision.
Was it though?
I-
Or was she in the upside down? Like,
I think she was
Right.
in
Wasn't clear.
in limbo, maybe.
oh
I almost-
yeah,
Like an astral
like-
projection.
sure, yeah.
So
Like,
much
that's what they were
astral
calling it.
projection.
She's gonna run into Marjorie Terrell.
You know,
She's
Natalie
gonna end
Dormer?
up having sex with Marjorie Terrell.
Oh, wow.
Oh, I think Walter would like that.
what I was thinking, I started thinking this during this episode, and it was like, at first in the very beginning of the series, or I guess like last week, the episode 1, we see Magda and Santa Muerte like
Mhm.
they're
conversing.
in a deal, right, between
Yeah.
them two. And I almost wonder if they're the two sides of this coin, or they're the yin or they're
Yeah.
battle,
I think
You know,
so.
and
Yeah.
they're going to be like the main conflict is going to be between them two.
Yeah. I think so.
I think they're working in conjunction with each other.
That's what I thought at first, but like watching, I don't know, something popped in my head while I was watching this episode that, you know, and there's not really anything there. It's just like this inkling of a seed that.
No, I think you're right on the money, because like Santiago's mother also says to Santa Muerte, like the last time she prays in the altar, she's like, while your bitch of a sister is allowed to run amok and do all these things. And then that's when Santa Muerte like shuts her down.
Oh,
You know, it's like
talking
right
about
before
that.
she says that, she
Yeah,
says,
but
like,
I
"You
think-
bitch of a
I think-
sister."
Dormer's character is feeding Santa Muerte souls, and that's like their deal, and it's gonna be up to us to try to stop them. That's how I.
Yeah,
was
but that's a
interpreting it.
deal, right? That's why I say they were working a deal. Not all deals are like, you know,
Set in stone.
mutually like, yeah,
Mm.
they're not, you know, they're not, you know, they're not always amicable. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
Yeah,
Mm.
but Santa Muerte, like, what? Unless the humans can give her something more, like, how are we gonna feed her souls? You know, like, basically undercut her sister's deal, which is instigating stuff and then giving her souls.
I'm not exactly sure what the motivations are of these two
Right.
like female.
I don't
Like
think it's supposed to be clear
archangels
just yet.
yet?
Yeah,
Yeah, that's a
Yeah.
thing.
it's not clear
I mean, I'm
yet.
sure, yeah, it's still changing, but
Yeah,
It's just like the
Magda's
thought.
more clear
Right.
than hers.
She is. She's sowing chaos.
Mhm.
But why?
She's trying to bring about World War II.
Yeah.
right.
yeah.
And I've been doing some research
Because
on
how
World War
many
II.
souls
and-
does World War II give the dead? Or
Dude, because I was
Mhm.
watching the first episode, I'm like, this is all very dramatic for World War II. And then I thought about how many people died during World War
Right.
II, and I was like,
A lot
no,
of
this is
people.
just as dramatic as it needs to be.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
So,
Like a huge percentage of the world population just died in that
Exactly.
time.
Yeah, it's like that farm, like, you know, and as an analogy, and like the fire that swept the world to start World War II. It's like,
Yeah.
Right.
like that's kind of like what happened with that farm. It just swept and took souls, and I think that's what
It's a
Dormer's character is doing.
metaphor.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, definitely.
What do
And
you
then,
guys
you know-
think about the representation of like prejudice or like discrimination in this time and era?
I don't know how accurate it is.
Yeah.
I
On
know
the
that
nose.
it's.
I'm
I
pretty sure it's believable.
Very heavy-handed.
yeah.
Yeah.
right, but like I don't doubt that is because
That
there's still
happens,
pockets
yeah.
of that happens still today.
Yeah.
In,
Yeah.
in that kind of at that level. I mean, it's not gone anywhere.
Right.
So
Yeah.
like if it was even worse back then, I wouldn't doubt it at
I
all.
mean,
right.
yeah. I mean, I believe it.
yeah,
Mhm.
I believe it too.
I buy it. Yeah.
I mean, it's
And it's fucking like it boils my blood every time it comes
I
on.
know it's like really hard to like
Watch
ugh.
that stuff.
Yeah.
Mm.
I mean,
get
we're more
internally-
conscious.
We need a
about it
Mexican
now.
head on a spike just to end
Yeah.
this case. Don't
Yeah,
not
God.
that shit.
yeah.
So
That was a
we're
clever line
concluding
from-
this
Yeah.
case.
We're concluding
solving
it,
Yeah.
not solving it. Yes.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Ooh.
And I mean, I think that's historical fact
real.
too, that there's people who've been,
Yeah.
people of color have been like fall guys for certain
Absolutely.
crimes.
Yeah.
Of course. I mean, look at World War II. You know, anti-Semitism didn't just start with Hitler. It's been going on for 1,000 years. And people oftentimes point to minority groups to kind of scapegoat them for current problems.
Absolutely.
Like Jews were oftentimes blamed for the plague, for the bubonic plague. And so like this goes on years and years and years and years to the point where it doesn't even make sense anymore. But it's too easy to point fingers at the incomer or the outsiders, right? And be like, they're the cause of all our problems. We need to corral them, exterminate them, somehow put them apart from us because they need a scapegoat. That's human behavior.
Yeah. It's still weird. It's still assholey. It's still fucking.
It is assholey.
Yeah.
What'd you guys think about the Caltech little
I love how that's Caltech. Yeah, I was like,
or
Caltech,
AKA UCLA, really.
Yeah, I know.
Was it? Why can't
It
I
looked
just
like
go
Royals.
Caltech?
You probably didn't like get right.
You know what? Because Caltech looks too modern. I think
It probably
UCLA
does
has
now,
a bit
yeah.
more. Yeah, it looks a bit more old
fits
schooly.
It does.
40s.
Yeah.
That's true.
Well, who was that? Who was that in Caltech that he was following?
Well,
I don't think it was
Nathan
clear.
Lane said he said he was a new guy. Like they didn't know who he was.
Oh yeah,
so
that's right.
why
That
he
new
was
kid.
following him.
I'm gonna follow the kid. You guys take these two.
And then he followed him to the physics lab. So
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
Well, I'm guessing that it's probably some guy studying nuclear fusion or fission, whichever a nuclear bomb is.
Oh.
You can do both. for-
It's either fusion or fission. One of those.
Yeah, but I forgot. Like
Yeah.
the one
Yeah.
in World War II was
For the atomic bomb is
yeah, it was
I
actually
think they were
a
fission bombs.
bomb,
fission. I think it's fission. Yeah.
because they're both exothermic. So it's like
All right. I don't know what that is.
Anyways,
we
but
can
whatever.
check. We can
I
check.
assume that means
Our-
outside heat.
Anyone in
Our-
chat can.
Our conjecture doesn't make it true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways, I think that's that.
'Cause we're all
I think I'm
scientists
pretty
here,
sure
right?
that dude
Yeah.
was probably working
Infernal.
on it.
You're an engineer. Are you
Answer us.
there? You know.
Yeah, actually, I have a question that I wasn't really sure about. I think I missed it because my volume was
Right.
kind of low. But the whole reason they're investigating Sister Molly and her mom and that whole organization is because some guy was a part of it. And what did that guy do?
He was their
He's their money
Deacon?
man.
their money man, their bursar, and he was
Uh-huh.
somehow tied to the murders.
So
Well,
that's
he was
why
he was
they-
one of the 4 people that was murdered in
Yeah.
the canal,
Right.
in the LA
okay.
River.
Okay.
So that's why they were investigating.
Correct.
Oh, okay, gotcha. I just missed that
Yeah.
part.
Sorry, Infernal. I know we totally called you out. I don't know if you remember.
The bombs used in World War II, Anchor. Now, what do you know if it was a
Excuse
fission or
Fusion or
fusion
fusion?
reactor?
Yeah, is it fission or fusion?
And which of those is exothermic? I'm just kidding.
I think.
Stop.
Yeah.
Because
Well, the thing
one
is,
is
fission
one
is being fused. And
Wait. Fusion is not?
no fusion.
Fission-
Oh wait, no.
fission is
one of them
being
is what
split.
they use for
Fission
pure
is
energy.
exothermic. I think
Okay.
fission is
Going
exothermic.
nuts right now.
Anyway, we're
Okay.
gonna wrap it up.
Because
Yeah.
I didn't do well in science class.
All right. Cool. All right. So we got to wrap this up. Yeah.
It's deeper.
But yeah, we're going to probably continue watching this and doing reaction videos. So check it out when we do get that stuff out. But thank you everybody for being in chat. It's been a good episode. Thank you, Kat, for being here. I don't know if she can hear us anymore, but like, right. Rodney, did you have something? Rodney's mic is no go. They're not hearing you.
Oh no.
Sorry about that. How about now?
That's strange.
How about now? Check.
Chicken to check yourself
All right.
before you wreck yourself, because I'm bad for your health.
Hey,
Drop bombs on your
So,
moms.
thank you. Sorry about that. Let me start all over. All right. So, hey guys, Rodney here, director and producer of Pangeekery. I just wanted to say a quick thank you to all of you who have supported us on this journey and during these strange, stressful times. This is our 40th episode, and what started out as a video live stream podcast has now grown to include all sorts of content: game streams, YouTube skits, TikTok vids, and more. When quarantine happened, we were all thrown for a loop, and we after a lot of talk and discussion, we just decided to rally together and make the most of the situation. We started streaming almost every day and just concentrated on bringing as much geeky content to you all as much as possible. And since then, the results have been pretty amazing. And we just want to say, with all that's going on, thank you. Realize that so many options out there for your time and your attention, and we are just immensely grateful for each and every one of you. We are planning more and more geeky content and are just excited to continue building up the Pangeekery community. With that said, I wanted to give out thanks to the following: to our Twitch subs. We have about 20 Twitch subs right now, and we just thank every single one of you guys that just helps provide us and helps make this sustainable, what we're doing. And we gained over 100 new Twitch followers since lockdown, and that's just crazy to me. That's basically within a month, and so thank you. And we're almost at 300 followers. The crew from season 1: Ed Bayag, Mark Texan, Arnold Bisinga, Paulo De La Fuente. Season 2: Arnold Bisinga, Krisha Chloe Stanley, Jacob Ugalde, Jedi Curva. Yes, Jedi is his name. Hazel Lozano for doing great, amazing research for us week in, week out. Jonathan Waldag for the season 2, 3 music. And also special thanks to anyone who has helped us out in different ways. Gilly Moon for helping out with audio tips and tricks. Ralph DeGala, Jambi Roy of Tatang, Ronnie Canyeso, Ray Cabato for promo pics, both season 1 and season 2. Mm-hmm. And also another one shout out to Arlen, or as many of you guys know him in the chat as Angfernal, for joining us this season and helping edit video clips, which I'm in the process of uploading, and also allowing PG to borrow his Vive for PG VR streaming. And of course, thanks goes to Aaron Rebin for being our business manager. And this couldn't be done without the amazing talents of some of the most talented people I know: Earl Balon, Walter Talons, Jennifer Zhang, and Caitlin Fay. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Onward to Twitch partner and future geekiness. So, and with that, I say thank you, and I just want to throw it back to the 4 of you.
Awesome. Thank you, Rodney.
Nice.
Thanks, Rodney.
Huzzah.
Thank you, Rodney.
Wow.
Huzzah.
Thank you to all our subscribers.
Yeah.
Yes, and all our followers and all our fans.
I want to say thanks to everybody who's been there since day 1.
Thank you to the Academy.
Day 1. Y'all
producer.
y'all really like. I know. But for reals, thank you, everybody. I hope we do. I know we will. Continue more geeky content, to create more geeky content for you guys. So please do stay locked on this channel every Monday. And again, check the streaming schedule. We have things going on over the course of the week. We just started playing D&D once a month, so there's that as well. We got a lot of stuff coming out for y'all, so do check it out. And thank you, everybody. Here. Round of applause for yourselves.
Nice.
Thank
you.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you, everyone.
I just want to say real quick.
Yeah.
I saw Westworld final episode was last night.
Oh,
awesome.
how was it? Really?
Yeah.
Is it worth watching?
Was it?
I'm happy.
Was it?
Maybe we'll catch up on it.
Maybe.
But just a reminder for everybody, we are taking a break next week. So next Monday, we will not be here. But do check up on us the following week. Keep a track of us on all the socials, that on Insta, Twitter, Facebook, at Pangeekery, Pangeekery. And we'll have all the news pertinent to this channel there. All right. Thank you, everybody, and good night.
Night.
Good night.
Hi, guys. Thanks. See you
Good
next
night,
week.
sweetheart.
2 weeks from now.
Well, it's time to